All right, welcome. We are going to get started right away, so if you haven't warmed up, go ahead and do so. Ankle weights are optional. There will be a preview before every move for the first round of the moves. We'll do 2 rounds of each set of moves. Again, ankle weights are optional. Go ahead and take out your mat. Our first move is going to be a squat and a kick. So looking at the screen now, squatting down, kicking, alternating legs each time you kick. Engaging the glute of the standing leg, engaging the core, engaging the quad, which is the front of the thigh of the leg that is kicking, and remembering, of course, to breathe. Almost done. No need to match my pace if you're going faster or slower, perfectly fine. And here's our second move. A side step squat and a side leg raise. When you step out to the side, bring the weight in the heel, send the glutes back, and here we go. Press through the foot to come back up to standing, and then use the muscles of your outer glute, your outer thigh, to lift the leg off the ground. We're going straight from this move into a standing leg raise, which you'll see in just a moment. Almost done here. Core strong as always. Perfect. Spin to the side, chest facing the ground, hip bones facing the ground. Lift that same leg you were just working in 3, 2, 1. Engaging the glute, keeping the core strong. Fix your gaze on something that is not moving. Same 2 moves here, other side. A side step with a side leg raise. Weight into the heels, send the glutes back. Gaze forward, chest face forward. Option to touch the hand down inside of the foot that is stepping out. Almost done. All right, turning this into a leg raise. Here we go. Torso faces the ground, lifting that same leg you were just working. Not here for long. Glute engaged, core strong for 3, 2, 1. Next move. A lunge back with a pulse and a knee raise. 1 leg at a time, stepping back, lunging with a pulse, and then bringing that knee up. Here we go. Again, it helps to look at something that is not moving in front of you with balance, for balance. Weight into the heel of the front foot. Focus on the abs when you're bringing that knee up. Squeezing the glute of the standing leg when you come to stand. Switching sides, here we go. This is somewhat of a fast-paced workout, designed to get the heart rate up, given that it isn't too long of a workout, or too strenuous, given that there's no weights involved. Almost done. And break. All right, our next move is a squat down with a walk to the side and then stand, squat down, walk back, and stand. Take a look at the preview, weight into the heels, gaze forward, and here we go. Squat down, step to the side 2 or 3 times, come to stand, and then repeat back to the starting position. Get as low as you possibly can while keeping your core strong. You definitely have the option to incorporate a weight into this if you would like, holding the weight at your chest. For almost all of these moves, actually, that's where you would hold the weight. Remembering to breathe. Almost done. Get low. Breathe through. One more time in each direction. Beautiful. All right, coming onto the ground for some glute bridges. Place your feet flat on the ground to the point that when you extend your arms out, your longest finger touches the back of your heel. Tuck your tailbone under, lift your hips towards the sky. Here we go. And when your glutes are sent back down towards your mat or towards the ground, focus on touching your low back to the ground rather than your glutes, helping you keep that tailbone tucked. Almost there, and then we will hold at the top in 3, 2, 1. Holding here, not for long. And in and out with the knees, abducting. Holding your hips up high for 3, 2, 1. All right, inner thigh work. Roll onto one side, extend the bottom leg out long, and then lift the heel, inner ankle toward the ceiling, and lower back down. Here we go. Propping yourself up onto your forearm. Keep your shoulder away from your ear. Focus on your inner thigh. If you wanted a weight in this move here, you'd place it on your inner thigh as you are lifting your leg up and down. A few more before switching sides. All right, go ahead and roll over onto the other side. No preview, right into it. Lift and lower. For 3, 2, perfect. Coming to stand, we'll do an ass to grass squat. So feet angled outwards, heels in, toes out. Sit your seat down as low as you possibly can towards the ground. Press through the heels to power through the legs to stand back up. Squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, 1. I'm a broken record, but it's so important. Keep your core strong to protect your low back. To practice proper form. Perfect. All right, from here, we have a curtsy pulse into a squat pulse. You never come to fully stand up. That's how you're going to feel the burn here. So curtsy squatting, pulsing while there, coming into a squat and pulsing while there, and repeat. Here we go. This is our last move before we do all of those moves one more time. If you haven't already, feel free to put on some music, jam out, distract yourself from this burn a little bit. All right, opposite leg. Take a moment, walk in a circle if you need to, and begin. Almost there. And then you get a 1-minute break to grab a small sip of water before starting again. Here we go. 3, 2, And 1. Come to stand, shake it out. Don't stop moving though. Walk in a circle if need be, march in place, jog in place, grab some water, and then head back to your mat. Halfway through your break, "20 seconds left." Our first move is going to be that squat and kick, then into a side step and a leg raise, and then into a chest facing the ground leg raise. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, ankle weights optional, weight in the hands optional, squat down and kick. Engaging the glute of the standing leg, core strong, gaze forward. This is good for balance, it's good for your core, it's good for your quads, it's good for your glutes, and it's good for your body. Almost done. And then right into the side step and the side leg raise. Here we go. Come to one side of your mat, step out to the side, touch the ground, step up, leg raise. Weight into the heel. Sit your seat back. Engage your core. And rather than just swinging your leg out to the side, really focusing on using the muscles to lift the leg. Almost done on this side before switching sides. Oh, just kidding. We're going to go into that leg raise right here. Chest and hips facing the ground, lifting that same leg that you were just using, engaging the glutes. Perfect. And now we go to the other side. Step out and side leg raise. Almost done. Here we go. Chest facing the ground. Leg raise towards the back. Perfect. Here we go. Lunge back with a pulse and a knee lift. Here we go. Or knee drive, I should say. Pulse in your lunge back. Weight into the front heel. Per usual, keep your core engaged. And switch sides. Almost through. Perfect. All right, from here, we have our side step. Squat down, step to the side, stand up, squat down, step to the side, stand up. Weight into the heels, gaze forward. If it helps counter your balance, feel free to extend your arms out long in front of you. Pressing through the heels to stand, engaging the glutes at the top, squatting back down, stepping to the side, engaging the outer thighs once again, just as you already did. with your side step and your side leg raise. Almost done, and then we come down to the floor for a glute bridge, and then a glute hold, and then some abductions. Perfect. Come down to the ground. Longest finger brushes the back of the heel and lift your hips off the ground. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Try tucking your tailbone slightly so that it's more so your low back coming down towards the ground rather than touching your glutes down to the ground. All right, at the top here, hold. And begin bringing your knees out and in. Pressing through the heels, keeping the core strong. Lower your hips down to the ground and roll over onto one side for inner thigh raises. Leg or hip closer to the ground, that leg begins to lift and lower, focusing on your inner thigh. Allowing this move to come from the muscle and not just you swinging your leg around. Core strong as usual. Switching sides. Almost there. All right. Coming back up to that low squat position, pressing through the heels, standing up, and repeating. Toes angled outward, sitting as low as you possibly can, keeping your gaze forward or slightly in front of your mat. Back flat. Already done. Taking it into curtsy lunges with a pulse, into a squat with a pulse, never fully standing. When doing your curtsy, go ahead and when doing your curtsy, the weight is in the heel of the front leg, the standing leg, the leg that does not move. Bringing it into a squat where your weight is more evenly distributed throughout your feet. Just about done, and shake it out. Walk in a circle if you need to, going right to the other side. All right, and then we're going to come down to the ground onto one side for some clamshells. So take your last little sip of water or deep breath and make your way down to your mat. There will be a preview before each move for the first side so that we get familiar with what we are going to do next before we repeat it. All right, 90-degree bend at your knees, ankles in line with your tailbone, and then just begin to take that top leg back, squeezing the glutes, stacking your hips over one another, core strong, and here we go. You can use your top arm for stabilization, or you can hold it, put it on your hip so that you can keep your hip stacked over your other hip. Nice alignment there. All right, next move is a pulse. Just finding the top of that range of motion, keeping all the same cues and pulsing. Up next, here's the preview. It's a clamshell with a kick at the top. So you close, open, kick, close, close. Here we go. Keeping your torso facing forward, hip stacked over your other hip, core strong. Head in your hand or on your arm. Over halfway through here. And then we just stay at the top of the range of motion and kick only. Stay focused. Here's the preview for the next move, just staying at the top and kicking. Pointing your toes. Keeping your mind on your mat and your body, focusing on the sensation. Extend your leg out long towards the bottom of your mat for leg raises. Here we are. Focusing on the muscle you're using as you're using it, creating that mind-body connection. Feeling the burn. Alright, here's the preview for the next move. Keep your leg extended straight, but just shift it so your thighs are stacked on top of one another, and then lift and lower. Alright, from here, coming into a tabletop position for leg raises yet again, extending that same leg out behind you. Here's the preview, lift and lower. Lifting your heel towards the ceiling, tapping your toe on the ground, internal spiral of your thigh, shining your inner thigh toward the ceiling. Next, you'll just stay at the top of the range of motion and pulse. Here's the preview. All right, right into it. If you haven't already, focus on the glute. Keep your core strong, donkey kicks, as seen on the screen, and begin. Flexing your foot. Stamping the ceiling with the sole of that foot. Next, we have fire hydrant. So here is the preview for that. In the bottom of that range of motion for the donkey kick, stay there, bring your knee out to the side. Do your best to not lean too far towards the opposite direction. Almost there. taking this into a donkey kick pulse. Bring your leg back up and pulse at the top. Higher than you think you can. Get that knee up there, engage the glute. From here, take your knee to the opposite side of your opposite leg and then back up toward the ceiling. Almost done here. Excellent. Take that foot in between your hands, coming into a low lunge stance. Curl your back toes under, lift that back knee. Here's the preview. Pulse, pulse, keep it low, and begin. Focus on keeping the weight in the heel of the front foot. And here we go. We're starting all over on the other side, starting with those clamshells. So go ahead and come to lay on the opposite side of your body. And begin to open and close your knee. Core strong, hips stacked. Stay at the top of that range of motion and pulse. Clamshell with a kick. Tap your knee down. Bring it up. Extend your leg straight. Bend it once more. Tap your knee down and repeat. After this, it's just the kick. And stay at the top of that range of motion here and kick. Don't lose focus. Extend that leg out long for leg raises. Here we are. Lift and lower. All right. Now take that leg on an angle, stacking thigh on top of thigh. Lift and lower. Creating an angle with your foot so that your toes are angled down towards the ground and your heel is angled up toward the ceiling as you lift and lower. All right, come into a tabletop position from here. Leg raises, same leg. Extend that leg out long behind you. Lift and lower. Core strong. Press the ground away with your palms. Stay at the top of the range. Pulse it out. Taking this in to donkey kicks. Taking this in to fire hydrants. Goes by much faster without the previews. And donkey kick pulse. Lift that knee up higher, even higher. Engage the glute. And bring the knee to the opposite side of the opposite leg and back towards the ceiling. A little curtsy donkey kick, if you will. Take that foot in between the hands, curl the back toes under, lift and lower. Pulsing, staying low in that range of motion. Weight into the heel of the front foot. Engage the glute, work the thigh. Get a little break here and we do that all one more time. Might be a little faster, a little easier this time. You know the sequence. Get back onto that first side of your body and get ready for clamshells. Here we go. Lifting and lowering, stacking your hips, keeping your core strong, focusing on your breathing, resting your head in your hand or on your arm, whatever is more comfortable. You could also prop yourself up onto your forearm. Pulse it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, clamshell with kick. Staying with just that kick after this next clamshell kick. All right. Pointing your toes. Engaging your quad once your leg is straight. Extend your leg out long, leg raises. 8, 7, slow and in control. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Excellent. Bring your leg out on a diagonal, thigh on top of thigh. Angle your foot down. And here we go. This is your last round. All right. Into a table for yet another version of a leg raise. Extend your leg back, lift and lower for 10. 7, 4, last 2, and stay at the top and pulse. 3, 2, 1, donkey kick. Bend at the knee, send the bottom of the foot toward the ceiling. And fire hydrant. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. 10 pulses at the top of your donkey kick. Followed by curtsy donkey kick. Here we go. Only one more move after this, and we move on to the second side for the final time. Alright, draw your knee in towards your nose, place your foot in between your hands, curl your back toes under, low pulses. Switching to the other side, starting with those clamshells. Bending at the knee, heels in line with tailbone, with glutes, and begin. 10 of each move, including pulses. Last one. And hold at the top. clamshell kick from here for 10, 9, 8. There's no need to match my pace. 6, 5, 4, 3 more, and then kicks only. Last 2, and 1. Hips stacked, core strong. Focus on the muscles being used. Extend your leg out long, lift and lower. On an angle and with an angled foot, lift and lower. Toes down, heel up. Finding tabletop for leg raises yet again. And begin. And pulse. And a donkey kick. And fire hydrant. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Donkey kick pulse. Curtsy donkey kick. Creating that burnout of the muscles so that they grow bigger and stronger. Foot between your hands for your last and final move. Curl your toes under, low pulse, low lunge. Lean forward, weight into the heel of the front foot. Core strong, and you're done. Make sure you take time to stretch, to cool off, to slowly bring your heart rate down. Maybe even look at one of my leg yoga, to stretch out all the muscles that you just used. See you again soon.